hello, stream.
Hello, stream.
There we go.
Doing?
We got it to work.
Perfect.
Everything's great. Where's my phone? Because that's the only way I can actually track the chat here. Where's the phone charger? You can tell I'm like 100% prepared for this. All right. Technically, we won't know if we're officially online and everything until 2 minutes, but
Fair enough.
I think we're good.
Sweet.
Yay!
Today we have Psionic Aftermath versus Cryptic Gaming in a best of 7 all kill.
It's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a good time.
We're all
It's
gonna have
Masters Clan War, so we should have some pretty solid gameplay in front of us. Definitely looking forward to it.
Come on, phone. I want to go to Twitch. No, not that Twitch. The other Twitch.
You have another Twitch. Tell me about your other Twitch, my man.
Oh, my main Twitch? Like my own Twitch?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's not much that goes on in there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's just for chatting purposes.
I mean, I do stream on it occasionally. It's just that there's nothing terribly interesting that goes on in there. It's just me fucking up in StarCraft a lot. But
Fair enough. That happens on my stream too, man.
Yay.
Not just you.
Where's the stream? I still can't figure out the mobile for some odd, unapparent reason. But alright, those are the VODs. Oh, it doesn't think it's online, does it?
No, it's still not showing on.
Right, yeah, because it needs a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta leave party. Okay, I have left party.
Oh.
The party is ruined.
Party is ruined. R.I.P.
Okay, apparently you're a lot quieter than me. Okay, so that means we're gonna. Oh wait, I can turn my input down. There we go. Talk again.
I'm a lot quieter than you.
Yeah, that's probably just because of the mixing on the OBS.
Gotcha.
There. I think that'll be better.
Hopefully that's better.
Yeah, trying to fix this, fine tune this is gonna be really, really difficult with the delay on, but that's okay. That's
for
okay.
sure.
It's gonna be fine. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be Care for Psionic Aftermath, and then we're gonna have Drago for Cryptic here.
Let's go.
Caravan
That's gonna be
Drago.
fun.
Ooh.
And Drago for Cryptic.
Caravan Drago, or Drago, I guess.
Caravan
I don't know.
Drago. Okay.
All right, so matchup is gonna be.
Looks like a ZVT then.
If Care is a Z, then yes.
Oh, Care's playing first for us. Okay. He's a T, so we're playing TVT. Awesome.
Good way to start the day, right?
It's a beautiful way. I wouldn't want it any other way.
Of course.
TVT is an elegant matchup, so definitely
Undoubtedly.
looking forward to it. Caravan looks like he's a 4 point. Oh, we'll round to 4.6k Terran, and Care is gonna be
It's about
5k.
5, yeah.
So definitely gonna be in favor of our Psionic Aftermath player. It looks like by a few hundred MMR points, but that being said, in a mirror matchup, really anything can happen. I think, right?
Yeah, especially in TVT. Like, TVT can be pretty chaotic if you want it to be.
For sure. It can just be one doom drop away from an upset. So definitely
Or it could be
excited.
a
Banshee,
30-minute
you know.
battlecruiser mirror.
Yeah, for sure. I think the longer the game goes, the more in favor it'll go for Psionic Aftermath, just given that our Terran players
Or because of the higher
probably
MMR.
a little, yeah, for sure, probably a little bit better mechanically.
Oh,
With that
never
being
mind.
said-
Okay, so they're throwing in, not Drago. They're throwing in a White Shadow.
White Shadow. Okay, sweet.
which is a toss, so it's TVP. Yeah, because they're about 5k each, so that makes a little bit more sense.
Gotcha. Okay, so we're gonna have a pretty even matchup then.
It's what
Very
it
cool.
seems. All right, Veto Automaton. That makes sense. That's the weird map of all the maps. It feels like, other than maybe Stasis. A lot of people hate Stasis. I like Stasis.
Are we showing online yet? There we are. Cool.
It's on. Okay, we're good. Yay.
Sweet.
Ooh, we got 11 viewers. Hello, double digits amount of people. This is great. Yeah, Automaton, Vetoed, Stasis, Parasite, Kairos Junction. So what do we got left? We got Port Alexander, Cerulean Fall, and one other that I can't remember.
You pick first map.
Oh wait, I could just look at the maps. We'll find out. Blue Shift. So Blue Shift, Cerulean Fall, and Port Alexander are the three that we got.
Okay, sweet. Those are some good maps. Really can't go wrong with this map pool, I think, honestly. I really like our current setup.
Yeah, these are pretty standard maps that are left in the pool, so.
For sure. Nothing too out of the ordinary. I think the weirdest map we have this season is going to be Stasis.
I don't know. Automaton's really weird as well. I don't know why. I just do
think?
not like Automaton at all.
I think it's super standard, to be honest.
It's just,
I kind of like that map.
it feels too simple.
Yeah, it's super simple. Like,
Yeah.
it's as simple as it gets, really.
Alright, so Blue Shift is going to be the map of choice.
All right. I think it's a good turn map, though.
It can be,
Automaton.
for sure, yeah. Oh, yeah, Automaton, yeah. It's a decent Zerg map as well. Just because there's
Yeah.
so much wide open space everywhere, and the map is fairly big, so you get a lot of ability to expand.
Yeah, I think the map is deceivingly sized, though. It doesn't actually seem that big from base to base. Or at least from main to main, right? Because it has... Mains are close, but then your expansions go away from each other.
I'm sorry,
But anyways.
for what map?
Automaton.
Automaton?
Still talking about that. But we're playing on Blue Shift, so
Yeah,
let's
we're
go
on Blue Shift, yeah.
Yep. Blue Shift is a really, really, really standard map, aside from the rocks, cutting off the paths. So you have 3 attack paths, much like a MOBA game, right? And so you can cut those paths up by breaking the rocks. But I think in TVP, probably won't see those broken for a little while into the game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be as critical. Like I know against the rocks per se. Like against Zergs, it's really irritating because they can just run around all over the place with speedlings and whatnot, and sometimes you're just committed to the lane that you're stuck in.
Yep.
But we won't be seeing a whole lot of Zerglings, I don't think.
Probably not in this game.
Yeah, as at least 0.
At least 0. Probably pretty accurate.
Yeah.
All right, so game starting here. TVP between White Shadow and Care. This is my first cast ever, by the way, guys. So
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be
bear
just
with
fine.
it. All right.
All right. Okay, so I'll do the first introduction. You could do the next one here. So
Sounds good.
I'll represent our away team here. So in the
Sounds-
bottom left-hand corner, in the red pants here, for Cryptic, he's got the little robot peoples. It's White Shadow.
All right, and spawning in the top right corner in the blue trunks, we have our Psionic Aftermath's Care.
Nope, I messed that up. I gotta try again. Whoop.
Woo! There we go.
There we go. We gotta do the swoosh.
Who, by the way, is opening up gas first. Incredibly interesting. And it looks like he's sending his SCV out onto the map for a proxy in the middle of the map.
Oh.
So, gotta wonder if this is gonna be a follow-up, like, factory proxy, or if he's just gonna open up with a Reaper proxy to get a quicker Reaper across the map.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Reaper. I mean, of all the 3 races to open up Reaper with, Protoss is not the best one to open up with, so maybe just one Reaper and then going back home would make sense. He is getting a double gas, though.
Yeah, the double gas kind of leans towards a factory follow-up for
Yeah.
me.
So
Uh,
maybe cyclones, something like that. That would be spicy,
that would be.
no doubt.
But then on the flip side, we have White Shadow opening up double gate. So he's bypassing his quick nexus and opening up double gate cyber, which might be a hard counter towards this proxy.
It's certainly possible. If he opens up double stalker, which is the standard for double gate, if I remember correctly, yes. Then he probably has a chance against the Cyclones, no doubt. If he opens up double adept, which I think is an opening still against Terrans, right? It's been a little while since I've known the PvT matchup really well, but
Yeah, I don't do too many proxies in the matchup. I try to stick more towards standard play. So
yeah,
I'm
there's
not
the
sure.
stalker.
Stalker, yep, okay.
Yeah,
I was
it's
gonna say probably just mainly for the kiting ability. I think the stalkers are gonna benefit him a little bit more.
well, especially since he's just looked at the main base here. He's seen, okay, this is not a nice little macro game that we're gonna have. We're gonna have some it's a spicy time here. The barracks is coming back home. He did just make a proxy reaper and is just gonna
Yep.
have some fun with that. Run around, deal a probe a lot of hurt, and then just run away and leave it traumatized.
Protoss deflected it pretty easily though. Doesn't even get a kill. Looks like we're building a Widow Mine back at home and starting our first command center. So this game does look like it will transition into a standard game, even given the shenanigans. Looks like both players reacted properly and deflected each other's shenanigans quite well.
Yep.
That being said, though, there is a starport now being proxied on the bottom of the map. So we'll have to wait and see if that's going to be a quick Liberator sent into the main or possibly a Cloak Banshee.
Yeah, he does have a lot of S-Beam gas, so I suppose it could be either one. The Liberator might be the option of choice, especially on Blue Shift. It's annoying to deal with Liberators if they can get into the corner of the main base.
Yeah.
I've had to deal with that once or twice. I don't want to ever deal with that again.
Fair enough.
There's just spam missile turrets to avoid it and all that.
But that being said, our Protoss player is opening up with a Twilight, so he's not going Stargate or Robo, so a Cloak Banshee could do a lot of damage if he decides to go that route.
And there's the Tech Lab, and there's the Banshee Cloak. All right.
There we go.
So that, yeah, certainly could be an issue coming in. If he does go in with the Banshee before Cloak is finished, there is a lot of potential to deflect that. And he will have some time to get it Robo up, so the damage probably wouldn't be a ton, but it certainly would be something.
Yep. But that being said, it doesn't really look like he's getting any kind of detection at all. So I think our Protoss player is just in a lot of trouble, to be frank.
Ooh, he's chronoing out the Blink. We're going to see some Blink play.
Yep.
Oh, this is a good Blink map now that I think about it.
I think so as well.
It's like, trying to think of the, like the HOTS map where Blink was like the only strategy that people would ever do. I can't remember the name of it. Oh my god.
Yansu. That map will
Yansu is
always
one of them,
torture
yeah.
me. Yeah.
I was thinking like the red one, like the dark color one. Like the blood color
I know what
one.
you're talking about.
I can't remember. Heavy Rain, is it called?
Yeah, something like that. I think
Yeah.
that might be it.
And then they had the nerf Blink or something like that, or nerf Stalkers. I don't remember what they did, but yeah, that wasn't fun. I do remember that part.
Not fun at all.
Alright, so Widowmine trades for a Stalker. These Stalkers are pretty much trapped in here. Get some scouting off, but they're
really
dead.
tough position for Protoss. He is getting a shield battery, but that being said, we got 2 Banshees, so those are going to bypass that shield battery pretty hard. I would have liked to see him send in his first Banshee instead of waiting for the second.
Yeah.
So would have gotten there before the battery and before the obs. But for the game's sake, getting that obs out and waiting for the second Banshee, it's going to prolong this game for sure. Because White Shadow is going to have a way of defending this pretty effectively. Ooh, he's going to get a Cloak Banshee kill even.
Oh, I'm not even paying attention. Jeez.
No worries.
All right, Banshee's got 5 kills at the moment. That's nice.
The Banshee's a legend.
It's a corporal, actually. If we look at the rank there, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I love it. And White Shadow is taking his third base. Given the openers, it's not very far behind, which is awesome to see.
Yeah.
Looks like we are going into a pretty standard game, aside from the fact that we have 5 barracks and no starport from the
Yeah,
Terran.
Kara's decided. Well, the starport's there. It's coming back now.
Fine now.
It had a little bit of a trek to go and build some annoying
But it
little
made it.
airplanes, and now it's gonna build the Healy airplane, so it's all gonna be better. But yeah, there's no third base in sight for Kara, at least not for the time being. He's just now taking his third Vespene Geyser. He hasn't even bothered with that yet. He's building some tanks. Ooh, I love me some tanks. In against some Protoss play.
Yep, but I think the tanks will benefit him a lot. I think he's just going to gear up for a really big 2-base push and try to kill the Protoss from there. Or at least kill the third, right?
I want to see him pull the boys. I haven't seen that in a very long time. I don't know if that's viable anymore, but that would be funny.
Fair enough. In Home Story Cup, actually, Kier was doing that a lot. In the last couple days.
Cure.
Ooh, I like it.
Some similarities there.
Quite some similarities.
Some inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
This Banshee's run out of cloak. That's okay. He got 2 more kills. He's gonna get out just fine. I'm not he, it's a she. What am I doing? It's okay.
The important thing is he's keeping it on that side of the map, which I really like, because it's just going to keep the threat of the Banshee.
Yeah.
It's going to be something that White Shadow's going to have to think about, like, all the time, right?
Ooh, actually, here's something that I wasn't paying attention to. We see a Dark Shrine in the main base as well, so we're going to get some counter harass here. And even though Terrans just have the free ability to scan and stuff, DTs are really, really annoying. It's just because you're, especially if you're on top of your energy and dropping mules regularly, it just you don't have the scans on point, and there's no missile turrets anywhere on the map. So that certainly is going to be a bit of an issue once the DTs actually arrive. We got the Warp Prism here as well, and the Dark Shrine is finished, so those will be coming out momentarily.
They have a lot of damage potential, but our Terran is pushing across the map with 3 tanks, a Banshee, healthy amount of bio, and some medevacs that honestly I'm not sure Protoss is going to be able to deal with very well with only 3 gates behind.
Yeah, this high Marauder count is definitely going to do a lot of hurting against these Stalkers. There are a couple sentries here that will be able to Guardian Shield and do a few force fields. They're solid force fields at that, but at the same time there are 3 siege tanks here dealing a ton of damage.
A ton of damage.
Yeah.
And that's going to be GG. Those force fields were going to be very key. I think our Protoss maybe needed a few more gates, as we see he was floating a lot of money by the end there. If he was able to maybe get a few more warp-ins and delay with those force fields, I think we might have been in a better spot. But we are now up 1-0 for our Psionic Aftermath team. Care takes it. Very well played by him.
I'm sad we didn't even get to see the DTs.
Didn't even get to see any DTs.
Actually, I don't know if I should be disappointed by that. I would have been, like, hurting for the Terran.
Oh, yeah. Just seeing him struggle to deal with him.
Just watching, yeah, all the little SCVs getting sliced up and stuff.
Mm-hmm. In that position, even with only the 3 gates, I would have liked to see some force fields and still some DT warp-ins, burn scans. Maybe could have helped him.
Yeah, he had a lot of tech, and he had like a blink-centric setup. I think he was aiming on doing some pressure, but with the 2-base heavy barracks setup, you can't really do that.
Right.
Because it'll just get squashed, so I don't know. He kind of tried to do a rock, paper, scissors type thing, I'm assuming, without enough scouting to really confirm that he could do a heavy blink play.
Yep.
I'm not the analytical type, so I could be wrong there, but...
Yeah, I would have liked to see some more gateways a little bit earlier. I think he would have had a better chance.
All right, so...
I think he really just needed to know that 2-base push was coming in, and maybe cut some probes, add some gateways, get some more warp-ins in, and I think he would have had a lot better chance holding that push.
All right, so our next player here is Mayhem. Oh, he's a 14-time master. This guy's career Master League. Oh, and it's a Zerg, so we're going to see some TVZ going in.
Beautiful. He's over 5k as well, so it should be another good matchup here.
He wanted blue shift.
Oh, shoot.
Oof.
Anything other than blue shift.
Try again.
We'll take it. Yep.
I'm actually kind of curious what the Zerg is going to pick because I haven't paid too much attention to Zerg matchups in a while because I haven't played Zerg too much in a little bit. So
Yeah. I think in a TVZ, if he has any map available, he's picking Stasis, which I don't actually agree with. I think Parasite would have been his optimal choice.
hey,
But that
maybe he's
being
got
said,
something prepared for Stasis here. Maybe he's
sure,
got some
sure.
one-base Spire play going on that we're not
That's
aware
what
of.
I was gonna add is
Like a Leenock build.
I don't know his playstyle, right? So really, he could be doing anything.
Ooh, wait,
And
what if
his
we see a
playstyle
proxy
might
Spire?
benefit.
I want to see
That
a
would
proxy
be incredible.
Yes.
Like hidden on the corner with like a
with an
drop
Overlord.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I used to do that back in Heart of the Swarm, like beginning of HOTS when I first started playing this game, man.
I did
was
that in my
beautiful.
Wings of Liberty days when I thought that I was like the best player ever and I was Gold League.
There
At
you
random.
There you go. I love it. Absolutely. It's amazing to think about how far we've come.
Oh yeah. Or like
over the
proxy
years,
double
right?
spire and then realize you don't have enough to use both the spires because you're on like
Oh,
two
man.
bases and they're all half saturated because you forgot to
man.
larva inject.
Proxy double spire.
Yeah.
Spend the 400 to get
Right.
some 1-1 on those
Two base
Venus.
broodlords, things like that. Yeah, it's
Oh, I love it.
there were some very strange games in my Wings of Liberty days.
100%.
Then I
love
figured
that.
out who Root Cats was, and that really did not help me. That really did not help me normalize.
Not help you. Nope.
No.
He's quite the creator, right?
Yeah, he likes to dick around a little bit with his builds. Yeah, for sure.
Maybe a little bit. See
Alright.
some hatcheries at the southern center location.
All right,
That's
so
what I
we'll let you introduce the first player. We'll let you make the choice here.
All right, so spawning in our top right corner for Cryptic Gaming, we have our pink Zerg player, Mayhem.
Oh, I keep pressing page up and page down instead of insert delete. I can't. That doesn't make anything fancy happen. All right, and in the top left-hand corner, that's. Wait, what?
Definitely
Never.
some friendly banter, it seems.
He seems suspicious now. Oh, yeah, he good
Uh-huh.
good Christian boy. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so in the top
Uh,
left-hand corner, our Red Terran with a Vespene Geyser from Psionic Aftermath. It's Care. And I keep pressing page
Okay.
up and page down. I've been playing too much City Skylines and having to press those.
Oh man, don't say that. This is a StarCraft stream. All we play is StarCraft.
Hey, SimCity is a thing in this game, and City
No,
Skylines is
no.
better SimCity.
It's StarCraft. That's all we play. man.
City Skylines is just static StarCraft.
Yeah.
City
There we go.
StarCraft.
So he doesn't play anything else. He plays static StarCraft.
I'm contractually obliged to rip English. I know those are two different statements, but or I'm pretty sure at least. That's what I'm gonna say though.
Something like that, right?
Something like that.
Yeah, for sure. So our Zerg is going full first, however, so it does give the impression that he's gonna do something a little bit aggressive.
Do a little
Interesting to
poking.
see if he's just gonna do feelings or if he's gonna commit heavily to try to get a CC cancel.
He's keeping the drones on the Vespene Geyser, which definitely leads me to believe that something spooky's about to arrive.
Something cheeky is gonna happen. Yep, I would agree with you.
Doesn't even have the Queen started yet.
Luckily for Care, however, he did SCV scout, so that's gonna be a huge bonus for him. Oh, here comes a Roach Warren.
Yeah.
So that is unscouted.
Yeah, because if the Vespene Geyser, you're gonna have to do something with that Vespene gas. Or,
Yep.
well, I guess you don't have to technically, but you're going to at this MMR.
Yeah, if you don't want to be very far behind, right? You're gonna do something.
Hey,
with that
maybe you're
gas.
just like Vespene.
Maybe you do. Maybe, you just
Maybe
like
the
seeing
drones
that
just
counter
really like the
climb.
Vespene line with the
Yeah,
lovely
maybe they
extractor.
didn't listen to him. Maybe he tried to take them off gas and they didn't take
The-
them off gas because they love the Vespines so much.
The Overmind just swooped in and said, "Ha, I'm still alive. These are my drones now, and we're gonna mine some gas. It's gonna be great.
Oh,
Get some
yeah.
tech."
I'm sure that's how it went, actually.
I'm sure that Care probably realized that the drones were still mining gas. He might not have clicked on the extractor to confirm that, but if he did, then he knows that banelings or roaches are likely on the way sometime soon.
Yep, I'm sure he made that connection. That being said,
Oh,
he is
no.
going into Hellion, however.
That's
Um,
not good at all for him in
that's
this
not good.
situation.
It's not good. He doesn't have a bunker. So I think our Zerg player is in a really good spot here. But I think he needs to start going across the map.
Off he goes. Yeah, I think he
So-
wants to warp in the Ravagers closer to his base because they move faster. So
Sure.
that makes sense for him.
Okay.
Right now. The scan
I think-
confirms this. He knows what's up now.
Yep, Care knows. He's switching that factory onto
Oof.
the tech lab, which is
I don't know if it's in time though. He's got 2 bunkers going down, but he only has 1 Reaper and a couple Marines on the way. I don't know if this is on time.
yeah. I'm not sure it's gonna be enough. I think our Zerg players for sure gonna get this natural lifted, and everything at the bottom killed. I'm not sure if it'll end the game here, but there's definitely gonna be some damage dealt, I think.
The Reaper dropping bombs on the roaches and stuff, just trying to poke him and do what he can. There's 2 bunkers down in the low
Yeah,
ground, and
anything at
neither
this
of
point.
them end up finishing. One does get canceled.
The
There's
Overlords
three.
are coming for high ground vision.
There's 3 of them. Just we're helping.
We're helping.
The thrill of battle.
That tank is gonna be very important, but it goes down very quick. Our Terran player is in a lot of trouble here.
Yeah,
He's
there's a
gonna
lot
do
of
everything
hurting.
he can to hold on.
Oof. Yeah, I feel like their writing is on the wall here. There could be something that happens if this tank sieges up really far behind and the roaches clump up in nice ways. But they've already
This'll
busted
be
the
a
ramp.
miraculous hold if we do get it off.
Like a Maru level
just-
hold, yeah.
Don't see it happening though.
Well, if all,
Losing a lot of SCVs through the process.
Yeah.
Tank's about to go down.
yeah, and without the
There's-
tank, there's no real firepower here. It's a Hellion and like what, a Marine or something like that.
Yep, that's exactly.
Get the Ravager. He needs
He's
that
sending
Ravager for
another
pride.
tank out, but
He's lifting up the SCVs. He's trying.
hey, you do what you gotta do, right? This is a high stakes clan war where there's millions of dollars on the line, and really you gotta do everything you can, right?
He got the Ravager for pride. That's good. There we go.
GG. Well played to our Zerg player Mayhem. It's gonna tie up the series 1-1.
I just realized we're using the WCS game heart things, and I've been using the default overlays and stuff.
Yeah, switch that. I was gonna mention that, but I
I
forgot.
don't know how to do that.
So go to your settings, options,
Okay.
go to observer and replay,
Okay.
and then observer interface and replay interface, switch those to WCS 3.0,
Okay.
and they'll look much better. You can update the scores and such with
Okay, we've achieved an update.
Control 1 and Shift 1, and those will update the scores for you.
It's gonna be great. So, the score is tied up now. Cryptic's got one in the form of a lot of big scary roaches and Ravagers.
Yep. Very
And-
well played.
Oh, we got Snappin'.
All right, is he our next player?
I'm certain of it.
Sweet.
Oh, he's got
Our
my portrait.
Brand new Masters player is gonna come through and
We're
try
Brewboard
to
buddies.
make something happen.
He's got the Brewboard portrait. That's nice. And we pick Automaton for a ZVZ.
I love it.
Oh,
It's gonna be
damn.
Quite a madhouse, I think.
The rush distance is really, really long, so this might actually have the potential for being a bit of a longer ZVZ as well.
Yep, good point. Good point. And that might actually benefit us, given how aggressive Mayhem seemed in the first map. I don't know if that's his every map play style or we switched it up for that one game. It'd be interesting to see how he plays this map.
Oh, we're holding up. Why are we holding up? There's a problem! Alright,
Technical difficulties. 1 2 1 2. Hey, what's up, Twiz in the chat? You're gonna hear this 2 minutes late, but welcome to the stream, my friend.
there. We'll do a message. There. He knows that we have acknowledged you in real time.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Accident misclick. Okay, so we need to reinvite Mayhem. Our admins are behind, so I'm gonna step up here and take the initiative.
Well,
Get this game rolling.
what a bro right there. Oh, and he's pink now. We're good. We got pink
Sweet. Staying
Versus-
consistent. I love it.
versus the hot pink. Oh, no green. Never mind.
There we go.
It's an interesting
Alright,
color scheme.
ZVZ. This is the most exciting matchup that StarCraft has to offer. There's definitely going to be Zerglings made. There's about a 95% chance we'll see banelings.
Drones, lots
Um,
of drones.
yeah, lots of drones,
Probably a lot of
overlords,
queens.
hatcheries.
Yeah, hatcheries
So,
for sure, for sure. I believe that we're gonna see at least one hatchery per player.
for sure. 100%. I can guarantee that.
It's
So,
just in.
all right, if you want to go ahead and get the first introduction off.
All right. So spawning in the top right-hand corner, making a lot of nice roaches and ravagers. Oh, he's got a nice decal. What decal is that? I don't remember.
That's one of the war chest ones. It's actually pretty sick.
It looks nice. He's cryptic. Oh wait. He's 12 pooling. It's cryptic. Whew.
All right.
Whew.
Wait, from Cryptic Gaming Mayhem.
It
That's
mayhem.
who it is. His
I
name
I
is
can
Mayhem.
brain. I
Say it.
promise. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Starting from the top. We're gonna try this again.
Yep.
Spawning
here
in
we
the top right. He's pink. He's Zerg. He's from Cryptic. It's mayhem. There we go. I did
go.
it.
There we go. We did
Yeah.
that right that time. I love it, my man. All right, and spawning in the bottom left at the 8 o'clock position in the green trunks, we have our Psionic Aftermath Snap XD, who is going hatch first against the 12 pool. This is going to be tough. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
I think we're in trouble.
Yeah, we're on central. It says central for
Mine
me.
says Central, yeah.
Oh, this guy's gonna be a bro. He's gonna do 250 ping ZVZ. Holy shit.
Alright.
That's pretty intense.
Which he is expanding behind it. So this isn't all in necessarily. He didn't get a gas. What he's looking to do is cancel this base, if not kill it, right? That's literally the damage he's looking to get done. Hopefully he can pick off a couple drones as well. That would be ideal for him. But ultimately he just wants to kill this natural base so he can go a base up. Which I think he's going to have a good chance in doing so. What do you think?
Well, considering the spawning pool is finishing about the same time that the lings are knocking on the front door, I think there's certainly potential for a lot of damage to be done. It's going to be more on how Snap holds this. He's building a spine in the
sure.
main base. He's not pulling the drones, so he might end up... Oh, he didn't cancel the natural. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to let that die. I think that's the proper response. I know that's the response that was correct in Heart of the Swarm. Obviously, we're in a different expansion now. And here the drones come. I'm not sure I like this because he's giving up a lot of mining for it. For something that's probably going to die anyways, to be frank. But that being said, the target fire has stopped. So I think that's going to pay off for him.
He's got a total of
we're
2
looking
drones
good.
lost so far. That's not very many. He's
Not very many. A lot of lost mining time, and that's about all that he's lost. He does have a speed upgrade on the way, whereas our pink Zerg does not. So he has that going for him as well.
And the spine is here!
And the spine has arrived. I think Snap XD has successfully held on. I think he's in a decent position. He is down in drones now, however. But that being said, things could be a lot worse, right? So
Oh, no doubt.
can't feel too bad about this for either player, really. The game's going to continue on. It'll probably be pretty standard from here on out.
Well, one thing to note is that Snap has a Baneling nest about to finish. He's got
Yep.
enough for about 6 Banelings probably by the time it pops out. And
But he is droning.
oh, he is droning. But he does also have link speed, so he's probably going to do a little bit of pressure here. Makes
Sure.
no sense to just
Not
let
to.
that
Just
go
see
on.
what you can get done, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what he's looking to do while droning behind. So hopefully what he's looking for is our pink Zerg to overreact to this little bit of a pressure and hopefully overmake what he needs to make. So that way Snap can regain that drone lead. Which this pressure could do some damage for sure.
Yep.
That being said, though, our pink Zerg is
Oh.
rolling off just in time.
Yeah. I'm certain that he saw the Lings heading out with one of his overlords, and so he's more
Yep.
than ready to deal with this. Oh, the queen
That makes
being
sense.
slippery. So the spine crawler is going to be oh, not morphed. Never mind. Yeah, that doesn't he doesn't need the spine crawler, but solid hold here from Mayhem. Snap doesn't end up getting anything done with his counter aggression. However, he does have his third about halfway done, and that's definitely going to help him a lot in the long run here.
For sure. He is down on drones, though, without any in production, whereas Mayhem has 8 in production, so I'm really liking our pink Zerg's position in this game.
Oh wow, that's a
Um,
significant lead too. That's
yeah,
nothing to scoff at for sure, especially in the mirror.
that's a huge Julian lead. So he's definitely at the advantage thus far with quicker tech on the way as well, quicker upgrades. Um, he is only on 2 base, however, to the 3 base of Snap, and that's kind of the advantage that Snap's going to have to roll with from here. He either needs to find a way, miraculous way, to deal a lot of damage, or he needs to be super defensive, take advantage of that 3rd base, and hold whatever timing Mayhem is going to throw at him. Which will be a tough play, but I think it's a play we're going to have to see made. He does have a layer on the way. Both players. Mayhem's is done.
Binks
rather.
is Mayhem's had his for a little while now. He's got glial reconstitution halfway done, so and he's got a fair amount of roaches building up here. So he's probably looking around to poke into probably take care of the natural that he's dealt so much damage to already. Maybe trying to attack the 3rd, something like that. Wait, does he know the 3rd's down? No, he hasn't confirmed that there's a 3rd base at all. So.
Yeah, it just looks like he's going for a really big +1 push with speed. So,
Oh boy.
I think there's a lot of potential for this to do a lot of damage.
Snap's seen
our
it.
green Zerg needs to just hammer that R button. Get as many roaches as he can out. He did take a drone lead, and he does have that hatchery that the pink Zerg does not. So if he does manage to hold on here, I think he's in a great position.
Alright, roaches, say hello. Those Zerglings are doing great at drawing the fire away from the rest of the roaches. And plus defender's advantage for Snap here.
It's going to be key.
Yes.
He needs to reposition that spine, though, I think. Hit his injects, bring the queens down.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure how this battle is going to go, because roach speed isn't anywhere close to done for Snap. That doesn't matter as much because he's defending, but that's still going to matter as far as chasing down these roaches here.
For sure.
Because, well, he
the
can't.
longer this goes, though, the better it's going to be for Snap, because he does have that income advantage. He just finished +1. He will have speed done eventually, right?
Yeah,
I would
it's
love to
about
see
halfway
the spine repositioned. But otherwise, I think, yeah, the longer this goes, the better it's looking for our Psionic Aftermath Zerg.
We got some Ravagers on the way. Just poking this poor Stegosaurus Overlord. Oh, poor guy. Poor
Mayhem
Slovy.
needs to be aggressive.
Slovy the Sloverlord. You will be remembered. Oh, no, not another Slovy. Leave these poor guys alone. Jeez.
Yeah, he is getting a lot of Overlord kills. He's getting one back at his home, too, which is good. But it's not really the damage he needs to get done, I don't think.
It's better than nothing, yeah, but he doesn't feel confident in going into the 3rd base of Snap, for good reason.
Sure.
Snap is still building roaches, by the way. There haven't been a whole lot of drones coming in. Yeah, or both sides, actually, are just spamming roaches, so we're going to see a lot of...
Mayhem did drone a little bit, so he did take that drone lead back, which is good for him. And it looks like Snap's going back into a few drones, but...
Yeah, actually...
It really just looks like the game's going to level out a lot.
The 3rd base is approaching
Upgrades are right
saturation.
on time.
For Mayhem already. It's really good for him.
Yeah. He's up 6 workers. Army supplies in Snap's favor, however.
It's roaches.
Ooh, now
It
he's at
doesn't
12
matter a
workers.
ton, but like the problem with roaches in ZVZ is that if you don't end up getting a whole lot done with them, even if you have the supply lead, if your opponent gets the tech advantage, ooh, it's nice that he sniped the changelings, by the way. But if Snap doesn't have the tech advantage later on in the game, that the roaches supply will become a bit of a dead weight.
Sure. But for this mid game.
Yes, for the mid game, he's gonna be fine. If Mayhem techs up soon, that will be an issue, and we see the Hydrodon just literally plop down as I say that. So.
Yep. Snap's continuing to drone a little bit here. I would love to see those be like the last drones that he makes, and he transfers them over from the main. He hits that R button into lose max and push across the map. Because as you said, Mayhem is getting that Hydrodon, which is scary. Plus he's getting 2-1, whereas Snap's just getting 2-0, which is...
In the Roach battle, that doesn't matter. At post, or not, or it almost doesn't matter. After this Roach battle load, that will be significantly advantageous.
He's getting Roach Burrow and Roach movement as well, which is good for him.
Game resumed.
What? Whoops. Good job, Derek. All right, so the Roach engagement's coming in here for Snap. This is a bit of a... Actually, +2 is going to finish for both sides at about the same time, so I was going to say it's a bit of an anti-timing for one of them or the other, but it doesn't matter too much here. The battle's
Snap does
fairly
have
even.
it for that engagement. I think
Yeah,
that
for a couple
actually-
volleys. Yeah.
Yep, I think that made the difference in that fight right there.
Oh boy. Now you see
Now
here the
it is even
reinforcements.
though, and it's back to Mayhem's advantage with the 1 armor as well.
Oh
So,
no.
oh, this is a really bad snowball for our green Zerg, I think.
Yeah, the reinforcements came in for Mayhem because it was on Mayhem's side of the map a lot faster than
Yep,
Snap.
and his upgrades finished, and everything just timed out perfectly for him there.
And he has
Any
no
advantage that
Hydras.
Snap had just evaporated right there.
There's no Hydras. Oh, the Queen almost getting hit by friendly fire. Friendly bile, whatever you want to call it. Queen also gets sniped in the end, and Hydras are going to be rallied across the map any second now. Where are they? There they are. And that's a problem, especially since there's no Hydra Den for Snap here. He's got a macro hatch.
Lurkers on the way.
Oh no.
So that problem just turned into a big problem.
Well, Snap's got some Ravagers now.
Yep, he
See
does
what
have
he
a
can
good
do with them.
concave setup, so that's going to be his saving grace if he has one at all, but I don't know. I don't know, Kev. It's not looking good.
It's true.
Clearing the creep. He's definitely going to need some more Ravages to deal with those Lurkers, I think.
Yeah, well, Snap's getting his Lurker Den right now. He's got a slow solution, at least. These Lurkers getting 1 or 2 volleys off, definitely injuring these Roaches, and they don't have burrows, so they're not going to be able to heal very, very quickly.
How?
Constantly getting kited in. The Roaches all are pretty much battered and bruised at this point, so... Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Mayhem tries to get comfortable here. Oh, no, he decides to run away, actually. With this huge concave from Snap, that makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, this is a huge surround.
Oh, these Lurkers, though. Oh, no.
The Lurkers just deal so much damage.
There's still one that's still alive under all of those Roaches, and that's going to turn the tides
Ouch.
pretty handily in the favor of Mayhem here.
Oh, that's not good for the green Zerg. Our pink Zerg is getting up a 4th behind this, continuing to drone and build upon that advantage. It's looking more and more like our Cryptic Gaming team is going to go up 2-1 in the series.
All right. Snap finally made a Hydralisk.
Yeah, but what is it going to do at this point, you know?
Shoot bravely. It's still alive. So, okay, never mind. I shouldn't have said
Yeah,
anything.
right.
In
It was
we go.
invisible until you said something.
All right, Mayhem is
Alright,
going to take it.
GG. Well played, Mayhem. 2-1 for Cryptic Gaming.
Let's have a little bit of nerd fun and look at the graphs here. Oh, look at them. They're all up and down pretty much together until the very end. It's like a random hiccup here. It's weird. Okay. We need to be on Easter for our next player. Oh, Eastern. Okay, okay. I thought I was missing some.
Holidays early.
Yeah, I that's the I read it as, and I'm like, okay, I haven't heard that one before. Oh, that's right. He was playing that on 250 ping, so he probably didn't even want to take most of those engagements.
I'm watching the stream behind this and just seeing that concave. It was so beautiful, beautifully done by Snap, but it just wasn't enough.
The story of Lurkers.
Yeah, Lakers are good, mate.
Yeah, Lurkers. The only time I've really used Lurkers is when I just decide to do a meme build, and apparently it still works in Diamond League. Because every once in a while I'll just do it anyways, but one base Lurker rush is still a thing. If you just
Still a thing.
yeah, if you 14 pool lings, yeah, for like Brood War and stuff, like Lurker Rush was a thing then.
What?
Yeah,
Tell me about it.
you just 14 pool Speedling, and then you just get you pump out the queen, and the moment the queen's done, you build a lair. The moment the lair's done, you build a Hydra Den. The moment the Hydra Den's done, you build a Lurker Den, and then you pump out like 5 Lurkers and mass Speedlings.
And you find success with this build?
Yeah.
Yikes.
I mean, the people will see Hydras because they're like, oh shit, he's Hydras on one base. There's no way he can afford that, so they just sit and wait for it, and then Lurkers show up. They're like, oh, those aren't Hydralisks. Yeah, usually they just die. It's great. Especially because they're like, oh, I have Ravagers. I'll be able to deal with this fine, and then I just unburrow when they bile, and then just move. And then they get disappointed. It's like when you move your Overlord when they try and corrosive bile it, and they just get upset.
There you go. That's funny.
I'm pretty bad about building Ravagers too, though. Like, I played a lot of Zerg and Hots, and I just haven't really converted over.
Desu is requesting to join the party.
Oh,
Is that our next
Mandolino!
player? Was that Mandolino?
He's our yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. He's our resident Swede. Actually, we have a couple of those guys. From PsiX.
All right. Well, Mandolino is pretty good.
Is imported
Protoss
fresh from the
player, right?
Scandinavians.
And he's a Protoss player. That's right?
East of the fjords, west of the vodka. And yeah, he's Protoss.
Okay.
And he's got some interesting styles of play, so I definitely want to see how this goes.
Well, I'm looking forward to it for sure. He's the guy that hangs out in my chat a lot.
Yeah.
He's definitely a lad, so wish him the best. Hopefully, we can even the score up, right?
Where is Mayhem from, actually? Like, is he Aussie or something? Or is he in Asia or something like that? Because... Oh, God, these guys are going to be, like, across the world.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is going to be really weird.
Yeah, both players are going to be suffering from a lot of ping, I think.
We need to, like, we need to dig a hole through the center of the earth so we can get faster internet through the center of the earth, you know?
There we go.
Okay.
That's the solution, I think.
Yeah. I think it's interesting how, even with the high amounts of ping that these guys are getting, they're still capable of putting on competition in ranks higher than I can.
Yeah.
It makes me curious. Oh, why am I host? What the... No, I want the crown. Okay. I wanted it for a second just to, so I could say that.
All right, so we're going to be casting a lag fest between Mandolino and Mayhem. It'll be a PvZ, though, so that'll be something new. Definitely exciting.
And what map does Mandolino pick?
Oh, yeah, it goes back to our pick.
He doesn't have to leave to view the maps. I don't know if he knows that. But you can view the ladder maps now just by going to custom and looking at the melee tab, going to the ladder maps. They're all there to view. So we haven't played Port Alexander, Kairos Junction, or Port Alexander is the one of choice. We haven't played Parasite.
Who's casting? We have myself, Truth, and we have N2O.
Hello, that is me.
At N2O, and
I just realized that me saying soup in the chat probably is just going to confuse more people than it'll help.
Soup.
Do, do, I don't know. Let's look at see, Tinder is busy notifying me of things, so while we're waiting for this lobby to come up.
There we go. Now the important thing.
Well, we'll find some interesting profiles to talk about.
Priorities.
Yeah. This, of course, the moment I open it up, it's just a picture with somebody who just has in the background of the picture, "Sext me," and then a number.
Perfect.
Oh no. No.
It's probably like the girl's ex, so she's just trying to get back up.
Oh, that would be terrible.
Okay, no random pauses this game.
It's just synthesized lag spike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lag. We'll see a lot of it, I think.
So Port Alexander is a nice macro-oriented map, at least.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely a standard map as far as the maps go. And it is a PvZ, which is exciting. I'll do the first intro. In our top left-hand corner, spawning in the bright pink, we have our Protoss player playing for Psionic Aftermath. His name is Mandolino.
And in the bottom right, in our dark pink color thing. Oh, this one is on Eastern. From Cryptc. It is Mayhem.
Mayhem.
Yes.
All right, so Mayhem taking the last two maps.
We
to
probably-
tie up the score.
We probably do want to
2-2.
remake this.
Or 2-1. It's 2-1.
Oh.
In Mayhem's favor, and Psionic Aftermath is 1-2, obviously. So, it looks like Mayhem is going pool first, which is an interesting choice on such a large map, I think. Whereas our Protoss player looks like he's opening up a little bit more standard with a gate. And I'd guess in Nexus, maybe he will change it with the sighting of the pool. Yep, he's going to continue the wall, get a Cybernetics core first, and then get a Zealot out as quickly as possible.
Oh, I didn't realize how tight
Makes
this
sense.
wall is. This is like a like Fractures wall off, kind of. Oh, there's an extra hex that I
Yeah,
take
it's
care
a
of.
pretty easy wall, it looks like.
It's not a
He gets
fracture
that
wall.
Zealot
If
out,
it's
I think he'll
8
be
hex.
alright. Mayhem is committing very heavily to the Lings, by the way. He's
Oh, he keeps building them.
continuing to pump them out.
Wow. So this wall off is certainly not going to help the Zerglings by any stretch of the imagination, especially since there's a Zealot here. The probe saw the Lings going across.
Yeah, he's going to need to chrono out that Adept. There we go. Right on cue. This is going to be a little bit scary. He is getting a shield battery, however, as well. I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, he
But-
builds the Nexus. He's pretty certain that he's going to be fine here. The Adept's going to do a fair amount of pokies, and the Lings are not going to be able to get in here, especially since
I
there's...
would love to see him attack with that Zealot since he has the Adept in the wall now. I think he's going to lose that. Nope, the shield battery.
Yeah, the
is
shield
gonna-
battery is going to take care of
Beautiful.
this stuff. Especially...
Beautifully done, Mr. Mandolino.
Yeah, there's even a second one on the way, so even if the first one runs out of energy, which it pretty much has, the second one will be there to help out the little gateway there.
Yep.
Do
So
justice.
from this point, our Protoss is just heavily favored, I think. Very far ahead. Beautiful hold. Didn't even lose the building, which
Wow.
is excellent.
I was
He
just
is
about to
opting
say,
for
this is exactly what I
Stargate.
think Mandolino's going to do.
Let's go for Stargate.
He loves the Stargate.
Yeah. It's a good opener, man. It's very well balanced.
I mean, it's good that he's going Warp Gate at least, because if I remember correctly, he might not actually get that every single game. So-
Okay. Well, Warp Gate is a good upgrade, so I'm glad that he's getting it as well. Ozark, by the way, is still gasless, going up to 3 hatcheries. It looks
Wow.
like he's just going to go into very heavy drone production.
If he doesn't get a high queen count out, the Stargate certainly can do a lot of hurting.
Yep.
That's definitely not going to be fun to deal with for sure. There's only a second queen that's about to finish up, and there are no others in production.
It does look like he is opting for Phoenix before Oracle, which
And
I think is a little weird.
oh, he's going to be spamming Phoenixes. He's got a second Stargate.
Well, definitely, but I still like to see a Oracle, at least one Oracle, if not only just for vision, but it also gives you a little damage potential in stasis wards, and it just adds a lot of versatility, I think.
Yeah,
He
a
is
lot of
getting the
utility.
Oracle
There we go.
afterwards. Okay, beautiful.
Now, Mayhem obviously has seen this at this point. He's got some Spore Crawlers up, so the mineral lines aren't completely exposed, but... oh, and he will have
Getting
5
three
queens.
queens.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he's going to be fine at this point.
Just took his double gas as well, so
On the natural
Mayhem
of all
is-
places.
macroing as hard as he possibly can.
I always find it interesting when people take the expansion gases before their main base gases. It always just looks funny to me.
Yeah,
Especially because, I mean, strategically speaking, it does make sense because your main base is going to be more defendable most of the time. So having the more minerals and whatnot, or just resources in general in your main base for longer makes more sense.
yeah.
But,
I don't think it makes much of a difference where you put them, honestly.
It doesn't make
Um,
much of a difference. It does help technically, or from an ideal standpoint.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's not something that comes into play like 9 out of 10 games, but it's for those 1 out of 10 games where there's a base race that happens, and then you only have your main base that's totally mined out, and you have the Vespine stuff, so
Yeah.
you can
Something
warp
else
it.
it'll do is just make it a little bit more difficult to scout, right?
That too. That
You see that double gas in the natural, and you're not sure if he also has double gas in
it's
the
like,
main.
wow, he's gonna go Mutalisks.
Yeah, or maybe you see no gas in the main, and you're gas. Maybe he only has 1 in the natural, but
Yeah, then
it
you'd be
just
horribly
creates
confused.
a little bit more of a guessing game, I think.
That would be impressive if he had no gas geysers and still made this a competitive game. Just
Right.
spamming queens or something like that, and just going for the fastest creep
Zanster
spread.
got the GM only making on NA. He got the GM with slowlings and queens only.
Wow,
Believe it or not. Yep, that man is a lad.
maddest of the lads.
Yep, I actually lost to him during that GM push that he made, so I got that to complain about Zerg with for sure.
How was your Terran expedition, by the way?
We're doing well, man. We're almost up to 5.1k and we haven't even lost.
Oh, you still
10
haven't lost
games
yet. So haven't lost 10. Did you get to 100 0?
Yeah, we got 100 and 0. I
Okay.
think we got like 112 or 113 and 0 before we lost, something like that.
That's pretty good. All right, his Phoenix is coming in doing a fair amount of damage. 9 drones so far have been lost, as well as a queen or two to boot.
Yep, Phoenix are doing well. Our Protoss, it's important to note, also has a worker lead at this point in the game, which is a little
Characteristic, yeah.
characteristic. There we go. Thank you. And frankly, it's just a huge advantage for the Protoss looking like that, I think. Our Zerg is building a lot of roaches too, which I'm not sure what he's looking to get done with those roaches.
You might just be thinking, oh, if he's gonna have enough phoenixes, or if he's gonna keep spamming phoenixes, then I might just want to try and roach bust or something like that. Because phoenixes don't take out roaches very quickly.
Okay.
I
But we
and
do have a double robo
oh my god,
behind,
17 roaches in production.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you're right. He's gonna go very, very all in with the push.
especially with
Oh,
high
double
ping.
robo, double immortal. I think our Zerg is in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
We're getting double stasis sword at home. This is why I like an oracle. I would like to see a couple shield batteries as well, especially now that he's seen all of these roaches coming across the map.
there's a third stasis ward in a rather interesting. Oh no, that's actually a surprisingly good spot because of the way the ramp's set
That's
up.
a good spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 1 set off, 2 set off, and already like a third of this army, or a quarter probably. It's already sanctioned off. 2
Yeah.
immortals have already landed. Fair amount of
Should be a
phoenixes.
pretty easy hold, I think, for our Protoss.
Yeah, and there's no follow up here for Mayhem, so
Nope, this is incredibly all in. And with the 2 immortals, all those Phoenix, it is getting a little bit dicey. He is building a Void Ray though, and getting another immortal out that's about to pop.
And the probes are actually coming off to start trying to defend this. And because one of the robos have died, there's only one immortal coming out at a time. The roaches are doing a surprising amount of damage, all things considered. It's definitely not something that we anticipated here. Phoenixes are out of energy, more or less, so Void Ray is being forced to come out here. The third base has been abandoned.
Yep, this looks like it's going to be a third base kill and a double robo kill. Important to note, a lot of workers going down in the process as well. This actually went a lot better for Zerg than I had anticipated.
The power of the roaches.
Power of the roaches and the lings.
Alright, Stasis Ward's going to help again. The Oracle's being forced to spam energy, or spam its attack. 2 Archons here are definitely going to help hold this off, though, especially with the shield batteries to back it up. One looks like it'll go down in just a second here, but these roaches are just getting melted away.
Oh, yep.
Oh my god.
Well,
the power of Archons against Zerg. Oh my god. Alright, so the
Archons are good without shield batteries, but then you throw in shield batteries with them, and Archons turn into a different
his Void Ray's attacking his Archon.
Awkward.
Okay, so the Archon melted away. He's still gonna hold this, but that Void Ray definitely is not a bro. Definitely does not. It's like no. We don't need you here. We don't need to pull out the OP units. Just stick them. Go back to I don't know Ire, wherever the hell you come from. What happens when you morph into an Archon and then the Archon dies? Do the Templar just split up again?
They die.
Well, yeah, but they're technically warped in. Like when they die, they go back to their home plane, right, or something like that, or their home planet.
Oh, I have no idea. I'm not good with the StarCraft lore, man.
I think that's how it works.
I played the campaigns, but like my version of playing the campaigns were skipping through every single cinematic.
That's fairly competitive. All right, the Phoenix is. Well, what's the point of playing the campaign if you're just gonna skip the cutscenes? That's like playing Call of Duty. That's like playing No Russian and just trying to complete it by killing everybody. Like, oh my god. Like,
I wanted the portraits, man. What can I say?
Oh, that's okay. That's. At least there was a reason there. In that case.
I've never been big into playing any kind of PvE, like ever. It doesn't matter what game it is. I would rather just compete against people. I've always been a competitive person that wants to play against other people.
Generally speaking, I can feel that.
Yeah.
There are some exceptions. I just don't know them off the top of my head. But for the most part, I can agree with you there. Zerg actually has transitioned out of this all-in because he did a significant amount of damage elsewhere. He pretty much cleaned up the third base.
Yeah, he definitely did the damage he needed to get done, right?
Yeah.
So he's kind of forced that Protoss into like Sky Toss.
Oh, Mandalino probably was going to go Sky Toss anyways, but he's forced him to pump out Void Rays, which against Zerg you really don't want to make.
I think our Zerg player is definitely in a really good spot at this point. He just finished up his 6th hatchery as well, which was huge for him.
Yeah, Lingbane Hydra is the composition of choice, which makes a lot of sense because the Banelings are going to help a lot against the Zealot Archon ground army, and that is what's going to shred up the Hydralisks, not the Phoenixes or Void Rays. So,
yeah,
solid unit composition right now for Mayhem. If we look at the supply count, he's starting to go back up in there. The worker count is about even. Still in favor of Mandalino by a little bit.
Yep. Our Zerg player is actually quite low on drones. With 6 bases, I would like to see like 66 workers at least. If not more, considering he's playing like a heavy Lingbane style. Which is like a style you want to be trading units with. Which when you're trading units, you also want the economy to be able to keep reproducing units.
He might be using his
really right now.
He might just be using them as macro hatches right now. So
sure, but you still want the drones, right? Like it's 9 more drones.
Oh no, he wants to finish the game. That's what he wants to do. Oh my god, so many Banelings rolling in here. The army's just trying to run away with the storms eating up as much as possible here. The Hydralisks don't get hit at all by these Archons, pretty much. The Phoenixes are forced to do a lot of the damage.
And the issue with Mayhem's attack here, though, is it's so all in.
Yeah.
Right? Like, without those drones, look at his production. He has 10 Lings and 4 Hydras in production.
Yeah, that's the follow-up.
Isn't gonna do it.
Yeah, and he's only got Lings alive right now, so... Phoenixes always will do more than you expect them to do. It feels like if you know how to use them, they do so much damage if they have anything to complement them, especially with Archons and even just Void Rays dishing out a ton of DPS.
Yep.
Storm drop.
Protoss is an amazing way, and Storm's done now.
It's gonna be great.
Zerg is now over droning, building 15 more drones. He's going up to like 78 drones, which I guess isn't like crazy over droned. It's about where I would have hoped to see him before the last attack.
Yeah, if he needs to compensate, if he needs to compensate for his lack of workers beforehand, then I guess now is as good a time as any. Here's the High Templar going into the main base. There's not gonna be a whole lot for him to do. Oh,
I gets a couple of probes.
Yeah, 3 probes.
Storm drop gets equal amount of
a surprisingly disappointing amount of numbers for both sides. That's good though, because I missed the Banelings, so that would have been upsetting if it was like 12 workers and I just come back and there's just like the animation's already finished. So it's just it's just a hole in the mineral line effectively.
Yeah, it wasn't too exciting. It was really good reaction time from Mandolino. He's now getting up his 4th base, building a couple shield batteries. You love to see it. I would also love to see maybe a few more High Templar warped in, considering the high number of Lings, Banes, and Hydralisks.
About 16 Hydras on the way. Oh, geez.
That's a lot of Hydras.
That is a lot of Hydras. They don't have any armor upgrades. I don't think that's really what you need against Protoss, I suppose, but they're still like squishier than squishy.
Right. Okay.
I think they have, yeah, they only have +1. +2 is not even on the way. +3 is going to be done in a second for Mandolino here, which means that those Zealots are going to basically have, I'm trying to, it's something sharp and pointy. I'm trying to think of a good analogy for it. It's like garbage disposals. They got hands that are garbage disposals, and they're just gonna wait. No, that doesn't really work. Those aren't sharp. Those are just powerful.
We'll roll with it, man.
Really, really sharp propellers.
How about side blades?
Well, that's just what the weapons are called, aren't they? Wow, how original of you. Fair point. Okay, that's fair point. Oh my god, that's.
He has no obs with his army. It doesn't look like. So this creep is getting actually insane. These Zealots are going for a run by on the Zerg's 3rd base, and they were spotted a long time ago. Still getting a lot of damage done.
The power of +3 Zealots. Oh, yeah, you see that power there? They killed Banelings.
There we go. Got a few drones as well, so. Zerg player's going for a really big run by with his Lings into the 3rd of our Protoss player. Zealot warp in though, and a recall should take care of that.
Recall is actually, I don't know, I think that's a bit of an overreaction, honestly. You definitely didn't need that much to go and defend. There's only 1 Ling poking this 5th base here. And it allows Mayhem to come into an aggressive position such as this. He's got a lot of lurkers. Jeez, how much is that, like 7 lurkers? 8 lurkers?
There's a lot of Archons.
Yeah, 8
too,
lurkers.
Though.
Yeah, that's
not a lot of Storms.
Archons versus lurkers, though, it's a sad time. Yeah, no, there's 1 observer. Hello. Okay, so the engagement's gonna happen. Oh, this is a great
really good
concave
from the Zerg player, but I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Yeah, both sides were a little too
Protoss
thin.
Player just protossed him a little too hard, I think, right there.
+3 Zealots, +3 Archons, +3 Immortals.
Yep.
Ta-da!
Power of Protoss.
Power of Protoss. Yeah, and we see here the upgrade of choice for Mayhem was melee. So he's got +2/+0 Lings, but that's all he's got really going for him. See carriers on the way from Mandolino, and when the Protoss is on the offensive like this, that's never a good sign. He's ready to wreck it.
Oh, it's time to go home though. No storms. You gotta have storms if you're gonna go anywhere with your army as a Protoss.
Yeah, he's kind of overextended here. He tries to mass recall some stuff, but the only thing he ends up getting is like, what, a pair of Void Rays?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pair of Void Rays.
That's it.
Yeah, that was not the best push out, I don't think, for our Protoss player.
He did get a very mineral rich base, which is nice, so as long as he can hold this without losing too much, that isn't the worst
Yeah,
thing in the
that's an
world.
easy hold with the Phoenixes and the Archons finishing and Zealots and the carrier even coming. It looks like he was able to clean that up pretty decidedly.
It's still disappointing that he lost all the Archons, but I think he'll be.
For sure.
The position's fine.
He
It's.
should still be okay, right?
Yep. And +1 air has finished.
There we go.
The Cyber
So
Core has
carriers
done
are now
something
gonna
other than
be
Warp Gate today.
Very strong.
It's always nice seeing the Cyber Core researching something that's not Warp Gate.
Oh, I would agree.
It's a tech structure. It's like the armory. You research stuff out of the armory. Fun fact.
We're setting up our 20-minute Archon drop here. Gotta love it. A lot of damage potential with an Archon drop.
I hate Archon drops so much, dude. Just trying to deal with them is a nightmare. It doesn't matter what race
Sure.
you are. Like even as Protoss, it's just annoying. I could imagine. I don't know who Archon drops in PvP. I suppose it's possible, right?
I'm sure anything's possible.
And we got Scholar Truth up in here, telling
Hey,
us
that's
exactly
true.
what's going on.
There we go, man.
Oh, the Warp Prism has a
Um,
little reflection in the water in the top right.
I would love to see him push out. Like, wait for this Warp Prism. Wait to do anything with it. Push out. Send the Warp Prism in. Warp in 1,000 Zealots while you're pushing the south side. And really get a lot of damage done. I think that'd be cool to see. But it looks like the Warp Prism is getting lost in the south, actually. It's down towards the main base now.
I guess he's going for tech or something at this point.
Yeah, it looks like it. Do some damage in the
Says,
main.
hello.
Which I like. He's getting queen kills. He's dealing the damage he needs to get done while he's pushing out. There we go. I love
Oh,
this.
it's so many Hydralisks here. And
Yeah.
they're dodging the storm surprisingly well, considering the high ping that we've mentioned prior. The Phoenixes here are going to start lifting up all the Hydralisks that they can, just so that these carriers can do what they need to do. One is going to go
Not
down.
a lot of storm, but still, like, carriers are good, man.
Yeah, these Hydralisks are going to get cleaned up here. The carriers, even though they've been severely nerfed, they
The
still
main
do
base is
damage.
getting shredded at the same time.
Yeah,
with
the layer.
Two Archons and a million Zealots. The layer falls. I think
Should
we're
have
looking
all
good.
in. Wait, he
he did
didn't
all
all in?
I'm pretty sure he all in. Okay, well, interesting.
Alright.
GG.
Mandolino ties it up. We're at
2
a
to
pair of
2.
twos.
There we go.
Two
Beautiful
twos.
game. Very well done.
I don't know, man. If that's something that he doesn't consider an all-in, I hate to see what his all-ins look like. That'd be horrifying.
Yeah, on our ends, that definitely looked like a all-in, I would say. But I guess not.
Yeah,
Not in his mind.
so it was Sweden versus Australia. So,
Oh man. What are
yeah.
the odds? I wonder how often that's ever happened. That might be the first time in the history of this game that we've had a Swede play an Australian online.
I'm sure Naniwa had to play somebody like, from Australia a few times.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you
Like
that.
Pig, maybe? No. Yeah, Pig was a pro at one point.
It's probably happened. You're right.
I'm trying to think of good Aussie players. It's been a while since I've had to think about this though.
Petraeus.
He's New Zealand.
Well.
So
same part of
technically-
the world.
No, that's the Kiwi land. Don't make fun of Kiwi people. Or I accidentally tapped out. Whoops. Should check.
Probe. Hi. Seether. There's a lot of good Aussies.
It's a Maynard. He was good at one point. Once upon a time. I still find it amazing how Artosis used to play StarCraft 2 tournaments, like at the very beginning of it, StarCraft 2.
Oh, and compete.
Yeah.
Like, not win anything. But,
No,
you
he
know,
didn't win anything, or he didn't win major tournaments or anything like that. But
But he would take maps and stuff off people. But he's really not that bad. I think he's like 5'4" on Korea. 5'2", 5'3".
yeah, he's still pretty good. I just think it's funny. Like he was pro long enough to get a pylon named after him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very true.
which he aptly names an in control pylon, but which makes me wonder, like, do I want to call it an Artosis pylon or do I want to call it an in control pylon? You know, who do I want to pick on? I always feel like I want to pick on Artosis more, just because it's more fun to make fun of
Didn't
Artosis.
Caravan Drago already play?
No, that was the guy that was gonna come in first, but instead,
But
yeah,
somebody else did.
yeah.
Okay, so Kevin Drago is a Terran player. He's going to play against Mandolino next.
So it's
So
gonna
we're
be
going to be looking
PVT.
at a PVT on Parasite. All right. Parasites, what do you think of that map in the PVT matchup?
I definitely think that I mean, my PVTs in general are really, really weird, and I think it's by far my worst matchup if it goes. Oh, Caravans and Aussie as well. No.
Oh, man. Here we go.
Oh God. Not ideal. All right. So to answer your question, it's the setup for bases on Parasite for your third and your fourth are really weird for Protoss. I know that much. So expanding, you usually pick like the one that's like sticking out front closest to the center, or you stick one like behind that, not the pocket one, but the other one, so you don't get dropped all the time. But I don't know. I've seen all sorts of combinations of third bases.
Yeah, me too.
And all combinations of strategies, but that's because I try and shove mech into as many games as possible. So
I think this is a really bad Terran map. Just all the way around, every matchup. I think this is an awful Terran map if you're not playing.
there's a lot of room
like
for flanking.
Super turtley style.
Yeah, there's a lot of room for flanks and stuff if you're not holding ramps and things like that. So I can understand that.
There's that, but also the push distance is literally across the galaxy and around the world, which is really bad for Terran. Protoss and Zerg both have ways around that. Obviously, with Protoss having warpins anywhere on the map that they would like, and Zerg being the fastest race that there is. So they both get benefits to the map being that size, whereas Terran, where you kind of want to have a direct push, where you can reinforce and you can put pressure on third bases and you can put pressure on economies. You like to have a closer distance, right? Or a distance that's on this side of the world. But this map is very much so living up to the hype of Sweden versus Australia, I would say.
Yeah. I will agree with you there.
So I would say just going into it, it looks good for Mandolino.
Where
Also, Drago's like
is-
4.6. So there's that. But that being said, maybe Drago has a killer TVP strat.
Are you still in
Maybe
a
he
party,
has
by the way?
killer- no.
I don't know why.
Invite me again, maybe?
I can't find your pro. Wait, what's your
There
battle
we go.
net tag?
I'm in it.
Okay. Yeah, because you still don't show up on my friends list. I'm so confused by that.
Monty.
Oh, yeah, no, never mind. You're on there. That makes sense. I'm still in the fucking arcade chat. Can I please leave the arcade chat? I never want to be in the arcade chat.
So our score is 2-2, right?
Yes.
Hype.
Yes. It's gonna be great. So, no matter what happens in this game, it'll be match point.
All right.
Somebody will be on their last legs.
That's a good point. So this map is very important, I think.
It sets the tone of the rest of the tournament or the clan war. I never like saying clan. I don't know why. It feels like I don't know. It just sounds. I don't know. I feel like I'm a little bit too hardcore of a nerd every time I say clan, or like one of those cringy like 12-year-old COD stereotypes. A FaZe clan, things like that. All right. All right. Who's starting intros? I don't remember.
I will do spawning in the bottom right-hand corner. We have our pink Protoss player playing for Psionic Aftermath, living currently in Sweden. His name is Mandolino.
And in the top left-hand corner, replacing our previous King of the Hill, Mayhem. I forgot his name for a second there somehow. From Cryptic in the red, as the people race. It is Drago.
Currently living in Australia, fun fact. This is our second map in a row where we are playing across the world, quite literally.
It's opposite sides of the map, opposite sides of the earth.
Right.
There's layers to this.
Looks like both players are going for a scout, worker scout.
Yep, that's good. Definitely is something that I like to do in all of my matchups. So personal anecdote. I'm tired of getting cheese when I try to macro. I used to be the cheeser all the time because I just hated playing against cheesers. I love cheesing too. It's fun. So now I just worker scout all the time, and it makes just taking care of
Worker scouts
cheesy people so
definitely
bad.
line up for standard openers.
Yeah, it helps a lot. Just like a 17 scout or just after a pylon, scouting, something like that. Always works nicely.
Sure.
This SCV got a little toasted.
Got a little toasted, but
Yeah.
in reality did some indirect damage by wasting that mining time.
And he got the mineral.
And he got the mineral and he got away, so.
Just
that
watch. This is going to be a
SCV
base
has
race
worked
scenario.
wonders.
It's going to be a base race where Mandolino only has 70 minerals. Because he mined out his main base. This guy right here. Toasted boy.
He was the difference.
You made...
Alright, so quick Stargate.
Again, it's Mandolino.
Yeah, he
The
loves the Stargate.
tech
upgrade.
structure of toys. Oh my god. Blah, blah, blah.
Choice.
I could talk, I
I
promise.
got you.
Yeah, you got me. That's good.
And our Terran player is going for 3 racks, which is my favorite Terran versus Protoss opener. But he is going Reactor, which is a little bit more common. I prefer the Tech Lab personally. But again, that's just
Get more stuff out.
stylistic.
Get more stuff out this way. It's great.
Yeah, but you don't get concussive shells.
That does certainly help in a lot of situations. I don't know if it would help in this situation because, Stargate. Marauders
Sure.
don't do a whole lot against air units, but...
Against Stargate, you're going to want to get turrets anyways. So he did lose a Reaper, so that's really bad.
Mandolino loves his Phoenix first. Oh yeah, the Reaper died.
Did he see? I don't know how to check visions. Did he see this?
You hold V if you're clicking on somebody's units. He did not see the Stargate.
All right, so that's really good for our Protoss player then.
For sure. Oh, I forgot to do that. Yeah. Or yeah,
you,
both
sir.
2 to 2. There we go. I fixed it. We're at 2s. Done 'em.
All right.
So we got 2 reactors as well. So there's gonna be a lot of Marines coming out for this this pressure that'll eventually say hello. This Phoenix is just gonna come in for a bit of a scout, say hello to all of the lovely SCVs that it'll eventually be preying on, and just walk away or fly away.
And our Protoss is going with a Robo follow-up with 2 more gas in his natural. So he does appear to be playing relatively safe. 2 more gates as well. So he's really going down a lot of tech paths here before taking his third, which I think is going to benefit him for this 3 racks build coming out. Should help him be a little bit more defensive.
Yeah, for sure. And especially since this is a high ping matchup, it might be a little bit difficult for Mandolino to lift up the Marauders when this push does go out. So, and especially since Phoenixes are a pretty micro-intensive unit, or at least you just need to be accurate with your clicks and stuff. And even just having the Marauders get an extra shot or 2 off on the ground army is pretty
Can
critical.
make all the difference, right? Yeah.
Although Phoenixes are generally pretty powerful against Terran, oddly enough.
Gotta love this macro from the Protoss, switching his gateways into warp gates immediately when they finish.
Wow, he's such a master at that.
Like
It's
that
almost
fight.
like it's automatic, you know?
It's almost like it's automatic.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. His macro is on point. Gotta love it. Here comes the 3 racks pressure. He actually doesn't really have that many units. I gotta say, I love our Protoss's position in this situation. He is chrono boosting out a Colossus as well, which is huge. His Sentry has enough energy for a force field.
Alright, Stim is done. These units are a lot more powerful now. Guardian Shield was not able to go up.
Nope, nor was a force field.
Oof.
So gotta wonder if that was a little bit of the ping there. Maybe.
Got the Marine.
There we go. Got another Marine. Got another Marine. All right. So
It's just like grabbing them and just kind of like eating them and stuff. Just nom, 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 nom.
yeah, our Protoss is playing super safe. He might even be all in here. Actually.
He has Colossi.
Adding on
It's been a
4 more
long
gates
time.
While building a second Colossus and extended thermal last before a third. I'd like to say that our Protoss is going for a cheeky little 2-base play here. Oh, that being said though, he is moving a probe to his third now to take that.
It could be a timing attack potentially, where he just expands behind it. But he's got to move out now if that's the plan. He doesn't have a warp prism, so that he might not bother.
Our Terran, however, is going down to land his third base right now. So I think our Terran's in a good spot. He's going to have to be able to hold a big push with a few Colossus, though, and that might be a little bit dicey, I think, for him.
Oh, I didn't realize if I click the APM bar at the bottom, it switches between APM and weapons and armor. That's cool. Ooh,
Oh, that is cool,
I'm learning so much today.
right? It shows their upgrades.
Just trying to remember all of the. Oh, I accidentally turned on music. We'll turn on the music. Whatever. The Terran music's turned on.
Awesome, we'll take it. Alright, so our Terran is moving across the map again. I don't think you'll be able to get much done with 3 Colossus on the map. Sentries.
You just have about 8 Marauders or so, which is nice, at least. Pair of Medivacs definitely is not great for the amount of healing that he's going to need to do against the army, but there we go. Guardian Shield is popped. At least that saps up some of the Sentry energy. Better than nothing. Even scans to confirm the army size in its entirety.
It's a really big stim though, and only 2 Medivacs to heal units 1 by 1.
That is true. And especially since they're out of position for this type of engagement, they will be a nice flanking force.
Fight again. So now they're going to be overstimmed
Yep.
going into this next fight. Yeah, I don't like our Terran's position at all.
Oh, this is a very juicy base. Look at all those SCVs getting force fielded. The
Ooh,
train
force
gets
field
intercepted.
out. Oh my gosh. This is not good for the fellow.
For the
Terran.
fellow. He's a sad fellow. A sad Terran
And
unit.
Protoss at this point can literally Protoss his way into an A-move victory at this point out.
Yeah,
He is getting double dropped back on the other side of the map.
you basically just need an NES controller level of buttons to complete this one here. The SCV is just
100%.
getting absolutely melted away. The natural command centers burning down. These interesting force fields, not necessary, but again, it doesn't really matter too much at this point. There's a Liberator out to send a message of disdain. Just shoot down, I guess, whatever it can. He got 3 kills.
The drop on the other side is getting a lot of damage done.
Oh, yeah. So that's probably why he stuck
Not nearly
around.
enough.
Yeah.
Yep. GG. Alright, so Psionic Aftermath now takes the lead 3-2 over Cryptic Gaming. Well played to our Swedish Protoss player, Mandino.
Alright, so indeed it is now match point. Cryptic has their backs against the wall. Who do they pick to be the
They need to
wall?
pick somebody that they believe has chance of not only beating Mandolino, but beating our last player, who could really be anybody at this point. So I think Cryptic's gonna go with whoever they feel is their strongest overall player to send in here. That's kind of what they have to do. Lord Timorous is chiming in, saying that he believes that Cryptic has this in the goodie bag.
This is while the Colossi are shredding the STVs at the third base from last game.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Oh, actually, no, that was at the beginning of last game, I think. Or, yeah, so. Anybody who thinks otherwise is a fool. Well, I guess we'll have to see who the next player is. But for now,
Maybe if Lord Timorous himself comes out, they'll have a chance, but Otherwise, I think it might be a little.
Yeah, they need
Nice.
to put you in, boy. Timorous, you need to stand up.
Stand up for your right. Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Okay, this
Who do we got? We got
Rare, and he's in the States,
All right.
so we can
Rare.
actually not have like 200 ping per player. Oh, we have to leave the party again. Nope.
All right. I'll actually leave it this time.
Yay. And I almost click suggest a party, and then they just get accepted anyways. I'm upset. I want to be helpful, and I'm not allowed to be.
All right. So no matter what happens, I would love to be able to introduce Rare. All right.
Okay.
Perfect.
You
You can
can do it.
introduce Mandolino first, but I
Okay.
want Rare.
You got it,
Sweet.
bud.
All right.
I'm ready for some really bad pun to come in, but I'm
I
not gonna
actually
stop
don't
it.
have anything. I'm
Oh.
thinking like really hard right now. Possibly say to make this like the best introduction of all time.
He's about to
I'm
get
drawing a
roasted
blank.
to the point at which he's thoroughly well done.
I'm actually just gonna come up with it off the top of my head, so it'll either be amazingly brilliant or it's gonna be absolutely terrible, and you guys are gonna shun me off the cast. So look forward to
Yeah,
seeing.
well, at least we've been warned, so we've braced ourselves. Don't worry about it.
Yes, brace yourselves. Everybody brace yourself.
Okay.
All right. So we are playing on Kairos Junction. Kairos? How do you say it?
I think it's Kairos. I don't know.
Kairos. Okay.
So- Entuo is doing
think-
very well in this cast. Oh, my heart
think
is
I
a
might-
fluttering.
Highlight of my life.
This is great. Now all we need
love
to do is just commercialize, so that I just shout out random products and companies and stuff. in the
Oh,
middle of
yeah,
it.
totally.
Yeah, then I'll be professional.
By the way, if you guys haven't tried Tide yet, I heard it is like the new steak. So
Excellent
please go
delicacy.
home, go to your laundry closet, find that bottle of Tide that you have, pour it in a glass, and just start drinking.
This is how we get
It's,
demonetized. Oh God,
Oh gosh.
the little revenue stream that we have is just gonna get shut off. Oh God.
Okay, so Rare it looks like is playing Protoss. That's not the Rare I know. The Rare I know is definitely a Zerg player, but I guess he switched races, so
Maybe he plays
Interesting
it
to
like a
see how it
Zerg.
goes.
Maybe he just spams zealots.
maybe he does. Which
Right.
probably wouldn't be a bad choice.
Actually, no. We get to see 2-base charge lot all in.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Even better. Or, what was it? Like the 4-gate. Like some like old 4-gate builds where it's just mass zealots.
Yep.
All right. Do you want to do it first, or do you want me to do the other one first? Here,
Go for it.
I'll let you keep the wheels turning for a second. Okay, so in the top left-hand corner, our resident Swede going ahead, wrecking all of the rest of the world, I guess, America and Australia alike. In the blue, our Stargate lover, it is Mandolino.
All right, and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, playing for Cryptic Gaming, it is our yellow Protoss player, who, by the way, is making this the best day of my life, and allowing me to cast his wonderful gameplay. It is Rare.
So you just decided not to go for the pun and just decided to just flatter the hell out of him.
Yeah.
That's
it's
good.
pretty
That's good.
simple.
That's good. That's
We'll give him some
Nice and
feels
safe.
good, because I'm not sure that he's going to be feeling good after he gets beat here by Mandolino, so.
Whoa, hey, we gotta be impartial here, man. now I gotta say that Cryptic's gotta win, and that just makes me look like a traitor. Like,
Oh, man.
yeah,
Tough.
to balance it out.
Well, how about I root for Cryptic then? I'll be the Rare fan, since I'm friends with Rare, and you can be the Mandolino fan.
Okay.
Quite the sports
All right.
enrager.
Well, this is PvP, anything can really happen in PvP as it stands, especially since Mandolino loves the Stargates, as previously mentioned. We probably will see something like a Phoenix War, perhaps.
Yeah, but I'd like to point out that Rare's Cybercore was before Mandolino's, so I would say that he's actually in a really good spot.
Nice. Actually, yeah, it's not substantial,
was-
but it's in comfy position. Yeah.
He is down in workers, which I'm not really sure how that happens when nothing has happened, so to speak, so far in the game.
Maybe the Cybercore was down to supply earlier and it cut into the workers. I don't know.
Mandolino's at perfect saturation, whereas Rare's still waiting for one more probe to be built.
All right, so
saturation.
the unit compositions of choice are double adept versus stalker and a sentry.
Sentry. Okay. I don't know too much about PvP. I personally like the Stalker Sentry a little bit more than the Double Adept. That being said, though, Double Adept does a lot of worker kill potential. And when you're pairing it with a Proxy Stargate, which, by the way, we have over here on the 9 o'clock position,
The safe
we have
proxy.
potential for a lot of damage to be dealt here, N2O. Like, I'm talking a lot of probes going down. Definitely a little scared for our blue Protoss.
Well, he's got a Stargate too to probably build a Phoenix first because he's done it in both the games so far. There we go. Nice,
Okay, but
nice
different
pylon
matchups,
micro.
right?
Yeah, but of all the matchups where you would go Phoenix first, PvP feels like one of those ones too. Oh no, the Adepts
He
get
missed
in.
them. Yep. Pulling all the probes. Oh, man.
Wants to make sure that he doesn't lose any of them effectively. He does lose one. But you'd much rather not lose any because of the mirror match. Even just losing some mining time is better than nothing, or better than losing like a few of them. The Adepts do get out, both of them.
Out too.
Oof.
I'm really liking Rare's position so far in this game. He does have a 4-worker lead and a Nexus on the way behind it too.
There goes one Adept.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that one Nexus on the way is definitely going to be helping him out. It looks like Mandolino's going to be doing it this as well, though. It's just a little bit behind, but that's not too big of a deal considering it's only a few seconds off. The
4 workers behind too, though. We need to see that Oracle being made use like immediately.
Yep, there's
but
the
it doesn't
Phoenix.
Look like he is. Yep. So the Oracle needed to go sooner. He was
Oh,
gonna
and a
wait for
second
double
one's being
Oracle,
made
I
too.
suppose. Yep.
Yeah, so these will do a lot of damage to the workers, but they're not going to be able to get away once they go into the base. They're just going to have to
they
sit
are
there.
going to be a lost cause. Whereas the Phoenix will stay alive, so the Phoenix will be a long-term investment here for Mandolino. I'll be interested to see how he uses them or if he continues to pump them out once the Oracles do go down.
And one of the good things about oh, right. Oh, Control Shift 7. Ah, I'm learning. Okay, yeah, I forget that the scoreboard's there. There we go. If I fixed it, we're good. Everything's fine. I'm on point with that. I win.
All right.
So one of the good things about Phoenixes in PV. Oh no, they're across the map.
Hold
These
on, the
oracles
are going in and the Phoenix are across the map. What's going to happen into Are we going to lose 14 probes or are we only going to...
I don't know. The stalkers aren't in the main base either. These oracles are going to come in.
This is really scary for our blue Protoss. There's no shield battery either. Oh, the probes. 8 going down, 9, 10. Oh, 10 probes going down.
He even goes as far as to recall the Phoenixes, which won't end up actually doing anything for this engagement. The oracles will end up getting cleaned up.
Go down. But you gotta wonder if that forces our blue Protoss into an all-in position, or if he's gonna try to play out of this. I just don't like the position he's in, really.
Well, he's definitely got to start by doing some harassment here, which he's certainly going to do. He's gonna get a fair amount of workers, and these will stick around for a while, as long as he doesn't do anything.
Long-term damage potential, right?
Yeah,
And continuing to pump them out, which I do like to see.
Yes, which is certainly going to help him out in the long run. This forces Rare to not really go for a Phoenix War, especially since this is a proxy Stargate. He doesn't have the opportunity to even get close to this Phoenix count here. So that's definitely going well for him, and going Phoenixes in PvP really forces the other Protoss' hand to make some decision to deal with the Phoenixes.
Sure.
So
he is battling back that probe count too, which is good.
Yes. Rare seems to be going down the blink path, which isn't always the most ideal solution to Phoenixes. It's better than nothing, but it's more of a defensive strategy against a bunch of units that are gonna make you bleed workers no matter what you're going to try and do.
Yeah, I think he might be trying to get aggressive with this blink though, which I personally would like to see. I mean, there's an Immortal about to pop,
Oh, this is a good
but he
blink
has
map.
a lot of stalkers, and there's a lot of potential to get a lot done with those blinks, especially since those Phoenix are going to be running out of energy going after all those probes, right? There's not going to be a lot of lifts left for them, really.
It is a fair point. And now, if we get 2 more workers here, the worker count should be even. So there's only 1 worker difference right now for these, for both these players here. Phoenix
Yeah, I would
is.
love to see Rare just go across the map here, which I think he's going to. He is chrono boosting out a War Prism to follow up, which I really like to see. This Phoenix, though, might be able to just intercept that as it pops.
If they catch it, yeah, but he doesn't notice that this army isn't anywhere near this main base anymore. Those workers just going to the natural probably is a bit of a tell. That War Prism will survive for the time being.
Which is really important, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty critical considering the reinforcements right now are being...
Just blink on top of the Immortal. Very well done. Now you gotta get that Sentry. Get the Sentry, it has Guardian Shield.
Alright, the Phoenixes come back to, do what they can, I guess. This other Immortal here is gonna be pretty...
I don't know, Kev.
It's gonna be
worried
nice!
for Protoss.
The Immortal's not targeting down any of the injured Stalkers. The probes are coming in to do as much damage as they possibly can. Or at least just stall, but yeah.
GG.
Blink push is,
Well played. Rare.
no match for the Phoenixes. Oof!
Alright, so ties up the series. It's now 3-3. It's going to be up to PsiX to match that. Rare coming in clutch with the PvP expertise. We're going to have to send someone out to match it. Who do you think it'll be?
I have no idea who's even online.
Fair enough,
So, I'm still working out the names of everybody in here, so we'll find out, I suppose, who's going to go in. It's Zarek is the surprise clutch.
Okay.
It's totally Zarek. He's gonna come in.
He's
gonna do it
the
himself.
admin, isn't he? I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's the platin here. So he believes in his capabilities.
Yeah, there we go.
Any moment now, we'll get there. And now we probably will end up with 2 players in the States. I wouldn't be surprised. All right, Odd Miracle.
Oh my gosh. So he goes by Igor.
Igor. Okay.
Yep. So we have Igor and Rare going at it for all the memes.
Oh damn.
Oh damn, this is gonna be quite the match.
Last map is Cerulean Fall as well.
Alright, and it should be a ZVP.
How is this map for Protoss?
I don't know too much about PvZ, to be honest with you.
Because Cerulean Fall
I know
feels a
there's
bit
lot
like
of
an
high
open
grades
map,
out there, bro.
kind of. Oh wait,
Yeah.
no. Now that I look at it a little bit,
Cerulean's very open. It's definitely a Zerg map. That being said,
there's a lot of high
I'm
ground.
not sure, like the direct, how Protoss does directly against Zerg in this map, if that makes sense.
Well, thankfully the rush distance isn't that gigantic, so the Protoss would be able to at least close the distance.
But there's a lot of open areas.
Yes, there are a lot of positions where you could just sit some run-bys on the high ground and then just run in on the sides to expansions and whatnot.
Okay. So
It feels
honestly,
rough.
I do like the Zerg in this map in a PvZ.
I can see that for
But
sure.
Rare played very well last game. I mean, really, who knows? He's also coming from switching over from being a Zerg player to now being a Protoss player. So he probably has the best understanding in his PvZ matchup, I would guess. So we'll have to see if it's like some crazy all-in that a Protoss did against him to make him switch that now he does in PvZ, or really what the case is going to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's going to be pretty hype, I think. I think Igor is a little bit higher on the ladder. But I also think Mandolina is a little bit higher than Rare is. So, if Rare can pull it out, I'll be interested to see.
Mandalina mostly plays on EU, so the MMRs don't compare very well as far as I'm aware, but...
They're pretty much the same.
Oh, are they?
If you're
Okay.
5.2 on EU, you're 5.2 on NA and Korea,
Okay.
typically.
Oh, the MMRs are the same. The ranks are different then?
Uh,
The rank cutoffs then?
They're pretty much the same too, as far as I know.
Oh, have they changed that?
Only GM is different on EU,
Got it.
because there's a lot more players on EU.
Because I remember it used to be like, what, if you're like Diamond and Korea, you're like Master League everywhere else, pretty much, or like
Yeah,
even
no.
higher, something like that.
I
Not
don't
not the
think
case
so.
anymore.
I'm pretty sure that I can get 5.4 on every server.
Okay. So in we go.
In we go. We got Odd, Miracle, and Rare. Maybe not Korea, actually. Korea is like lower. But EU and NA very comparable. 6K players in EU or 6K on NA. 3K is 3K.
3K is indeed 3K.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
I think Korea, though, if you're lower on Korea, you're
We're on the
higher.
Brazilian server.
Why?
I don't know. Okay. Well, they're still going. I don't know if they're gonna reset this or not because neither of these guys are in Brazil, at least as far as I'm aware, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they said Vera was West Coast.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on either.
Uh,
But we are in Brazil.
that is true. We probably do want a rematch, because, yeah. Or remake, yeah.
Okay, they want to play.
Yeah, we're on Brazil. I don't know why we're on Brazil. I mean, it doesn't really matter for me. The ping doesn't really apply to us, but... I don't know how we're on Brazil, but...
Okay, so our Zerg player is taking his third base for his natural, but after he opened up gas pool. So it does look like he's probably going to be pretty aggressive. But that being said, he's also just building drones, so...
Well, if this
I'm not
probe is
sure
being...
what his idea is.
This probe is occupied being annoying at the natural, so... I don't know.
Right, which
What-
makes sense for making that base, but how come he's not building leagues? I gotta wonder.
He might just be taking advantage of his resources. Because if you have to go pool first instead of a hatch first and you were expecting to go hatch first, then maybe you just want the link speed to have additional map presence, maybe? Because it's
Okay.
going to be harder
I
to
think
hold that
that's-
second base.
Now he's getting a roach horn, so I think he's actually just gonna be very aggressive. And so I think
Ah.
we're gonna see a little bit of a cheeky all-in, perhaps.
Delicioso.
Ooh,
I love me some delicious roaches.
our Protoss did open pretty safe though.
That is correct. We currently see, well, there's no tech structures for him yet, but he does have a nice expansion, fast wall off, warp gates all on the way, scouting adepts coming out
Yep,
just to see what's up.
that adept should help out a lot. Give him a really good key into what's going on here. But he has one gate, and I'm just not sure that's gonna be able to match the production of our Zerg player early on.
And there's 7 roaches.
We're gonna have to be
8
able
roaches.
to see some shield batteries on the way in production soon here, I think.
No doubt. Well, there's some probes coming down to the natural already because the Nexus is about to finish, so the shield batteries definitely should be going down any second now. Where's the adepts?
He has no idea.
Oh no, this is not in the
didn't
right
even see
place.
Oh, this adept shade should
Oh.
see what's going on.
Only
Hopefully
barely.
he's paying attention. Now he should see. He
Yes,
should know.
yep, he knows.
He knows. Okay, the batteries are coming down. He's chronoing on his gateway now. He does have a Stargate on the way, which is good. He has 2 more gates building. He needs to be able to chrono out a Void Ray. That's going to be his only chance, really, to hold on to this, I think.
Yeah, right now he only has adepts to hold this. The sentry will
getting
be
a
out in
sentry
time as
out.
well.
He's continuing to beef up that wall, which you gotta love to see. I mean, Rare's doing everything he can, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough.
This is a very, very mediocre army to hold off for the time being. Only 1 Ravager is here to poke at the wall, but this is still a lot of stuff. Warp Gate does
lot of
finish.
stuff. The Warp Gate did finish. His 2 other gates are about to finish as well. He's chronoing out the Void Ray. He might be able to pull this off. We'll have to see here.
Alright, the wall's been broken!
The wall's been broken.
The sentry also gets picked off really nicely. This well, yeah.
If he can get those pylons, that would be a huge deal. Oh, I would have loved to see some corrosive biles on those 2 stalkers warping into, since those can't be microed back. Would have just been cute to see, I think. But that's okay. He's taking everything down.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Once these
how
pylons
our
go
Protoss
down.
is gonna be able to hold.
Or yeah, he might actually just try and gut the main base, or he's splitting up the units. That makes a lot of sense as well. The Lings are gonna get surrounded by these
Lings are
probes. Some.
Continuing to flood in though.
All right. The Natural's depowered. This Void Ray definitely
Alright.
will eventually clean everything up here, but with the amount of Zerglings that are... well, the Zerglings are definitely not going to be targeted down very easily by the Void Ray or the Stalkers. This Gateway is going to get taken down.
Too,
Ugh.
though, our Protoss is ahead on probes,
But he's
if
going to
our
lose his
Protoss-
Cyber Core.
which is a big deal. But if our Protoss can hold on by any means, he's going to be in a fantastic position. But he needs to be able to hold this, and I just don't see it happening with just a
no.
single Void Ray.
He's only
I
got
think
Zealots.
This is going to be it, guys.
Zealots and a Void Ray.
I don't see it happening.
I don't...
Rare played
Yep.
an amazing game. He got them back into the game, but GG. Igor takes it for Psionic Aftermath 4-3. Well played.
And thus...
What a clan war, guys. Way to take it to the very end.
It
That was
has ended.
exciting.
Psionic Aftermath. After a brutal 7 games. Take
Quite the clan
the
war.
clan crown for all the clan mates to send back to the clan house.
GG's, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. I don't know. Do we have like a closing ceremony or anything we like
The
to
ceremony.
do? I mean, what's standard here? It's my first time hopping in a
We
cast.
need to get some confetti or something. I don't know. The only other one that I've casted didn't even finish, so
Oh man.
it just stopped
Okay.
abruptly, like 2 games in. So
All right.
I don't know.
Well,
Here-
thanks
here,
for watching, everybody.
I got pieces of an envelope here. I'll just rip it up and just throw it in the air, and we'll call it a day. I mean, I don't even have a camera, so you guys could just hear this ripping. You just trust me. I'm throwing it. Don't worry. I'll throw it in a second. I don't know if you want to plug or something like that. Just do that right now while I'm busy shredding with my hands. You got a plug?
Shout out Psionic Aftermath. Shout out Cryptic Gaming. It's a new team that's coming into the scene. Always exciting to see. They played very well as far as I know. This is their first, if not one of their first clan wars. And they showed up and they performed. So you gotta love to see that. And you also gotta love to see that the old dogs staying on top and taking the dub. So thank you everybody for tuning in. It was an amazing series. I hope I was able to entertain a little bit with my first cast ever. And N2 obviously always being the lad that he is.
Hello.
Did an amazing job.
I am
as well, and It
lad.
was a pleasure to cast with him. So
All right. If you
Thank
want to
you, guys.
follow that guy on Twitch, it's was a Truth A Terran, no spaces, no nothing in there.
you got it.
You can go and watch him do some streams. I just threw the confetti a little bit. I didn't want to throw it too much because I really don't want to go and pick that up off of carpet. Yeah, celebration. It's white and blue stripy stuff.
Yep.
You can follow me on Twitch as ENTUO. I'm bad at social media, so I don't have any of that set up yet. Otherwise, the nice little Nightbot has been periodically posting all of our social media and YouTube links. Pretty much it's just Psionic Aftermath or PSIX all around. So you should be able to find everything pretty easily. Otherwise, I think we're done here.
All right. GG's.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys on the next
See you guys
cast.
next time.